Okay, so we're going to talk about chain. Chain is the basis for most crochet, not just amigurumi. There is another method of starting amigurumi called magic ring, but it's a little bit more advanced and I'm terrible at it, so we're just going to talk about chain for today. So you start out with a piece of yarn cut on one end and attached to your ball on the other end. The way that I do it is you have to make a slip knot, and I like to make a slip knot by taking the short end of my yarn and overlapping the long part. I always try to explain it like with one of those little awareness ribbons, you know, like to support the troops or breast cancer awareness or whatever. And then you just put your fingers through the actual whole part and pull the long part of the yarn through that loop, and then you have your slip knots on there, and it can travel up and down your yarn. So there's your slip knot, and you want to put your hook through the slip knot and tighten around it. I always kind of snip it so that there's maybe about 2 inches or so dangling from the hook, so I don't want to have too much. Okay, so slip knot's the first part, and kind of hold the tail out of your way. You don't really have to hold it with your pinky if you don't want to. That's just sort of a habit that I have, but I find that it's helpful. So you want to hold your yarn onto your hook like that, and yarn over. So by wrapping the yarn around your hook, okay, and then you are going to take that little loop that you just put of yarn around your hook and pull it through that loop that was already on your hook. And so this right here, and I'll just show you by pointing at it with this yarn needle, this right here is one chain. It's that little V shape, that's your one chain. So you've just done one chain. And we'll go ahead and do another one. Yarn over and pull through the loop. Okay, so there's 2 chain. Sometimes you have to kind of wiggle your hook around a bit to squeeze it through. If it's really, really tight, you can't get it through, you can always try to kind of loosen up your loop there and then try pulling it through. But I like to try to keep it kind of tight. Let's do another one. Yarn over, pull through. So there's 3 chain, and you can actually keep going like this for as long as you want, make big long chains, but it's really not a technique that requires a whole lot of practice. It doesn't have to be too perfect, but what you want is you want to have a chain that is little V's like that. All little V's, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 chain.